Welcome to CVTV. I'm Kyle Montgomery.
And I'm Jack Tropical.
Let's get into the news. First in the news, you may have noticed that we're not in our usual filming location. We are currently engrossed in legal litigation with the Council for Villainizing Teletubby Videos, also known as CVTV. Upset that we stole their acronym, they filed suit, and we are on the lam refusing to change our name.
Well, we had some counselors go on down to South Farm Lake to do some fishing, and albeit they caught themselves some good little swimmers. See that one right there? That is what we call, where I'm from, a big fish. And albeit that one's a gosh darn alligator. Well, we caught a couple fish. They were good eating. We had a nice little fish fry. Yeah. I'm new to this whole newscaster thing. This is exciting.
In other news, while on the fishing trip, the staff found a field of ferns, and they did exactly what you would expect.
In other news, we had an exciting news on the naturalistic ecological front with a double rainbow all the way across the sky. We were unable to capture it with our own cinematographers, but we did find footage from local fishermen. We'll show you the footage now. Wow, that's pretty neat. That's kind of impressive how neat that is. Who would have thought it turned out to be that neat? Not me.
In other news, Camp Voyager has brand new Sauna Decks made out of recycled cedar by none other than our own Mikey Mavis. They sure do look great. In other news, let's see what our new counselor Jack is up to on the peninsula with no campers around. As we see, we've got a typical first-year counselor roaming the wilderness. Oh, he sees us.
A human person?
Sees us.
Who are you? Hey, what's your name? I haven't seen anyone in a week.
When this happens, back away slowly.
What's your name? Hey, do you have any food? They
do
told
not
me
run.
that they were just going to leave for lunch, and then they just never really came back, and I'm kind of scared. Why are you backing away? Hey, can we talk? Hey. Well, that was exciting. So now let's get on to the forestry update. We'll turn you over to Alex Quanley in the forestry section.
Forestry update, we've finished up section 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3, phase 1 and 2. We're working on phase 3, which is caging the trees. Then we're going to move on to phase 2 of section 2. And over the week, some of the other staff skipped ahead to section 4 and caged some of the area behind me, but that's okay. We're going to go back to section 2 and continue our meticulous forestry plan 2.0 draft stuff.
Last episode, we told you about the famous cabinate spider, Chungus Humungus. Let's see what he's up to now.
Chungus Humungus is growing. He's almost the size, half the size of my face now. Right here.
Well, okie dokie diddly dokie. Let's get on to a section we like to call Can You Not?
Hey all you campers at home, I'm going to show you how to make a taut line hitch. So using a taut line hitch is perfect for tying down tents and tying dry lines. It's really good for tying dry lines because it doesn't hurt the tree when it grows older and bigger. So come closer and take a look at how I do this. Alright, first you got to loop it around the tree. So you've got your short end and your long end. And we're going to want to use the short end to make this knot because the long end is going to go to the next tree at the end of the other dry line. So first, we're going to make a loop inside and then another one inside. So you can see how these two loops are inside. And then we're going to come outside, make another loop. So you can see that it comes in one way and then out the other way, and that's how a taut line should look, with the two loops on the inside and one loop on the outside. The idea is that it pulls tight, but it's also adjustable, so when that tree gets bigger, We can make it bigger, we can make it smaller, and it's still, no matter how hard I pull on it, it's gonna stay tight. And that's the taut line hitch.
Well, now I guess I cannot. That was exciting.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Hi kids, Harrison here. For this video, I wore sunscreen on part of my body and not the other. As you can see, this is where I wore sunscreen and where I didn't. See kids, be like me and wear sunscreen.
Grilled cheese sandwiches. They're delicious and easy to make if you've got a good grill. Here at camp, in the mess hall kitchen, we have old Betsy. But I'm sure your mom can come up with something. And if you want the full camp experience, supplement it with a little tomato soup. But mind your manners and don't lick the bowl.
Howdy, folks. We went on a trip where I'm from, what we call the Great North, with a staff trip with Mikey Meaves, Kyle Montgomery, Alex Cowanley, Harrison Pratt, Jack Diedrich, and Jack Tropical, myself. We started in Stewart River, made our way up to Crooked. We made our way on over to Moose Lake, and now we're heading on down to Mud Road for our takeout. So, we encountered some critters, which we'll talk about shortly. We got to do some rather fun paddling. We were tired of paddle. We had a great old time. Thank you.
Along with us on our staff trip is local Ely resident Jack Tropical, who's full of amazing animal and wildlife facts. Let's go to him live to hear what he has to say.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. My name's Jack Tropical, and I was just admiring this little baby alligator we got here. They often fall prey to a larger alligator, unless they grow big and strong, or often fall prey to the North American tree octopus, which we may encounter at a later date, although they are very rare. Let's take a step into my office, shall we? Alright, kiddos. Thanks for joining me here in Jack Tropical's Crab Shack. Well, we'll get down to animal facts with Jack Tropical. First, did you know that dragonflies used to be roughly 3 feet long? And they used to fly around the skies a long, long time ago and be the alpha predator of the sky, swoop down and eat foot-wide spiders. Next, did you know that sloths used to be semi-aquatic? They used to use their big, long claws, squirm around underwater, and eat fish and things. Finally, big mammalian facts. Did you know that mammoths and mastodons, both furry elephants, are very different creatures? And mastodons used to eat sticks. You can tell by the shape of the teeth, and you can tell them from mammoths by the shape of their tusks. Thank you for joining Jack Tropical's Animal Facts. Don't forget to participate in FlipGrid this week. We were excited to see y'all participate last week. Do a little bit of two truths and a lie. We're excited to see you participate this week. We're excited to participate this week. We got trivia coming up for you. Who knows? Who doesn't? What's out there? We also got a chance to win a free t-shirt. So don't forget about that to get your limited edition Camp Voyager t-shirt. That's all, folks. See you later.
The staff sure has done a lot of fishing on their trip. The boys brought home 6 fish, including 3 bass, 2 walleye, and 1 northern. And let me tell you, they were delicious.
Guess what, folks? We encountered a man after my own heart, wandering elk, a man who is of the woods, a man who is quite fond of the nature. Although I do have a little bit against him, he only gave 2 of our counselor bone-handled knives, and I was excluded because I am not a known element in the Camp Voyager community. Both Kyle Montgomery and Micah Mavis received bone-handled knives, which do look quite fine.
Hey you guys at home. Wandering Elk came by and delivered my bone-handled knife here. It's a fixed blade, so it doesn't flip open, but it comes with this leather sheath. Man, it's been worth the wait. I used it to fillet a fish, and it goes right down the spine like butter.
While on the staff trip, the group took the path less traveled, Moose Camp River. And let me tell you, It's less traveled for a reason, because it's awful. Among the casualties on that trip was a 19-year-old Camp Voyager wooden paddle. What a shame.
All you techies, you better head on down to FlipGrid to check out our camp activities. You don't want to miss out on all them funs we're having down at camp. Have a nice day.
Well, that was just fantastic. That's all the news we have for you tonight. Join in next time for episode 3 of CVTV.
Good
night.